Hi friends, it's Deanna here today, and today I'm making some quick, easy gifts for our pets. I'm saying it quietly because someone's coming down the hallway. I kind of don't want him to hear me. Just on cue, of course he shows up. I'm making some little gifts for our loved ones. Come here. Today, come on, lazy. Oh, come on. He's being so lazy today. We're going to be sewing up a little doggy hoodie, a little doggy raglan for Bo's sister. We're going to be making her a present. Then we'll make him one too. And then we're also going to be making a doggy bandana. These are two free patterns that are super easy for our puppies and our fur babies, our cats, or even other animals. They're super easy and super cute, so let's do them. All right, now for the band, I'm doing something different. I'm going to do the band, but I want to also add a little like piece at the bottom that it's more like a ruffle. So when you grab a band like this, you're going to end up, let me show you here, you're gonna end up folding it in half, and this top gets attached to the bottom of the top of the raglan shirt. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna cut two of the middle size and leave the top raw and the bottom raw. So the top will attach to the bodice of the shirt, and the bottom I will attach that ruffle to the bottom. Then I'm gonna cut another piece like this size, a little bit bigger than this size, and like probably double the width and then 1.5 the length, so that I can gather that and attach it to the bottom of it to create a little ruffle effect. So let me go ahead and cut all this up. Like I said, for my ruffle effect, I'm gonna go here from the top and I'm gonna fold it down because I want it double the length, because I want it to be this long right here when it's finished. And then I want 1.5, so that's 1. So now I just need to do another one that is just one piece. All right, let's get started by attaching the sleeves. Here I have my front bodice. This is the top one. It's the bigger side. And we're going to attach the sleeve right sides together here at the sleeve side on both sides. And I'm gonna do the other side as well. Now you can sew that, but I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the inside, the bottom bodice, and I'm gonna sew the other side of the sleeve right on top, right sides together to that part as well. So now we've got the front and the back on the sleeves. Let's go sew that. All right, so here's the front. Here's the back and the front, and I'm gonna match those sleeves right here at the sides, right sides together, and at that seam right here. And sew, well, pin and sew. There's like a little peak here where it ends. So you're matching those sides together to that peak. And then I'm gonna match that other side as well. And we're gonna sew those two side seams, and I'm gonna go ahead and prep all the other bands. So here's my little cuffs. So I'm gonna prep them by sewing them right sides together at that raw edge. Here's my neckband. I'm gonna sew it right sides together at that raw edge. Here is my bottom band, and this is what I'm doing. So actually I only had to make one, not two. Remember, I cut it in half, and it's raw edges at the two sides. Instead of folding it and having one finished edge and one raw edge, I already cut it in half. So I am gonna have to sew it here wrong sides together, the same as I would the band. Whoop, just broke that clip. But I'm gonna attach this raw edge to the top of the bodice and this bottom edge to my piece that's gonna be the skirt. So remember, my band, I cut the skinny way because it's half, because I'm not gonna fold it and have one finished edge and one raw edge. I'm gonna have two raw edges. So I am going to match it just like I would, right sides together here at the short edge, and cut it to become one long band. but I'll have raw edge at the top, raw edge at the bottom. The top raw edge will go to my top. The bottom raw edge will have this little ruffle that I'm making with the 1.5 width of this right here and double the length. That I'm going to grab and I'm going to place it right sides together and sew it to create one long loop. All right, after I sew that together is one long band. Then I'll fold it wrong sides together and put in a gatherer stitch. So I'm going to gather the width of the band. So it'll be like a little ruffle here at the bottom of the band. Attach it to the band and then attach the band to the bodice on our next step. Now that my bottom ruffle is gathered, and I'm going to even out the gathers and I'm going to attach it to the bottom of that band. All right, lastly, here's my bottom edge. We're going to match those side seams and go to the top. And that will be where I latch the top of the band, and then from those side seams go all the way to the bottom, and then match the top and the bottom and go to the side. So I'm quartering this bottom area. Now I've already got my ruffle quartered. So the right side of my band is gonna go against the right side of my ruffle, starting at here, my seam when I sewed it together. Match that right sides together and go all the way around, and then we're gonna sew that on and we're done. I think this is gonna be so cute. All right, so we are done, but all I'm doing now is pulling this basting stitch out, and then I'm gonna try this on Bo. This is for his sister, but she's not here right now, so I'm gonna try it on Bo. All right, friends, let's cut. I've got a main fabric with this Christmas cookie theme and a liner fabric. I want to make sure my bandana point is pointing down, and so my fabric will be right in its pattern. And I'm going to cut one of each. I'm making a size large for my dog. I think that's going to fit perfect, hopefully. All right, so now the first thing it tells you to do is to mark where your snap placements are gonna go. And my fabric is dark, so it's kind of hard to mark. I'm just using a pen, and I hopefully won't be able to see that because I cannot find my water soluble marker. So that's all I'm doing. Now I've got my main fabric face up. I'm gonna grab my liner fabric. I'm gonna face it right on top of it, and we're gonna sew all the way around it, leaving a 3 to 4 inch gap, but we're gonna turn it with a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around. All right, now we're gonna clip those corners, trim any like big seam allowance parts. Like if you left a big area here with overlap, you can trim that. I'm gonna go back to that area, that spot that we left open, and turn our bandana all the way around. And if you're wondering, it really is me. I just got my nails done, and I never get my nails done like this, which is so funny. They are very long for my usual, but I wanted something different for the holidays, and I'm loving the look. Let me know below what you think if you like the longer nails. As I'm turning my bandana, I'm using this thing to poke out those edges, so it's easier to do it now while I'm turning it. You can sometimes I use a pen or a pencil, something that's got a point, and it can help me cleanly turn it around. Now I'm going to go ahead and steam it all the way. And this right here where the seam allowance is, tuck that in. And after I steam it, I'm going to top stitch all the way around. Y'all, last but not least, snaps. And I thought I had recorded this section, but I didn't. So with the snap, you just make sure that when you're putting the snap on, you already have the mark. On one side, you're gonna come from the top and go, your flat side goes in through the top, and then your bottom side goes through the back. And then on the other side, you go in through the back, and then your other part goes through the top, because that way they can match up and be right side out on the outside. If you don't know, are not sure of the exact sizing, you could put other snaps, or you could put Velcro on it to make it smaller or bigger if you're gifting it to some other person and you don't know if it's gonna fit. But we are done, and you can look at your manual to know exactly how to put these on. They're very easy. You just grab the back piece that has a little pokey thing on it, and you push it right through. Let me show you what it looks like. It looks like this, and it was really hard to do and comical with my nails. You poke it right through, and you have two different backings. You have one like this, and then you have one like this, so that way they snap together. And so once you put the back through, you put the other one right on top, and you use your little tool. I just have a handheld one, and you press it down, and that's all there's to it. Now we're gonna go try it on Bo and hope that he likes it. All right, friends, we are all finished, and I don't have Bo here with me, but in a little bit, I'm gonna show you a video I took of him wearing both of the things. I think it's adorable. I already sent off his sister's gift, and Bo is going to be wearing his bandana for Christmas. I'm super excited about it. This was such a quick, both of them were such quick sews, and they turned out so adorable. I'm gonna try to hurry up and make another of the little raglans for Bo for him to open up at Christmas time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please comment, like, share, subscribe if you haven't, so you never miss any of my free tutorials and other tutorials. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day and a very Merry Christmas. Bye.